Okay,
I
but
can
we
go out with
in
anybody.
2024.
I can
We
go
have
out with
a love.
anybody.
The first encounter with a man and woman is based on attraction. We don't know nothing
Not,
about these strangers. No, I'm not talking about you, Anton. I'm talking about if these men go out and they see a woman, it's not based on what she says, it's based on how she looks. And like, so
Mhm.
I don't know.
But men are visual.
From a man's perspective, I think it's based on how she looks. But
But man,
from a woman's
I mean,
perspective, I think it's just like his whole demeanor.
but given what Anton says and how people should vet each other, not date, that totally throws out whole sexual attraction out the equation because you're just in
true.
people's face and you see how they are, and then they don't matter.
which is one of the reasons why everybody's relationship is fucked up because it's built off of shit that don't stand on nothing.
Yep.
If the
'Cause
if the
people, when you know people's personality, they start to look better.
if the
You think
foundation
that
of
was
No, they
why
don't.
you
Hey,
with
because
somebody,
for real?
if the
That's happened.
foundation of why you with somebody is based off of the superficial bullshit that's gonna go away over a period of time anyway, what difference does it make? It's not gonna last. Who y'all getting in relationships with is not gonna last.
Listen, man, you can find somebody, a fine woman that is just as nice and all that other stuff you're looking for as the ugly one.
That's not what I'm
All
saying.
right.
You missing what I'm saying. I'm not saying that you can't that looks isn't important. Y'all missing it because
Oh,
y'all
okay.
saying the either or. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that a lot of times you overlook the thing that's unique about somebody because you're only paying attention to their looks. It's almost like men with money. Like if you only paying attention to or you're only vetting through a nigga that got money, most of the time you miss out on a nigga that really got a bag because he ain't even projecting himself to even have money. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't fucking wear chains. Like sometimes you miss out on the opportunity because you limit yourself based off of what we think is dope, and it's not. It's not that. It's not that.
So Anton, if a man or a woman sees the opposite gender and they're gets to know them a little bit and they're everything they want, but they're not sexually or attracted to them, they're not ugly, then they're not fine. Are you saying that they should still get to know them, like, and grow to care for them?
I think that everybody should get to know everybody because you're not okay. Look, what I always advocate for, because again, everybody is looking at it through the lens of, do I want to date this person? You shouldn't be looking at it like that. You should be looking at it like I'm just out here to have a fucking good time. Because some of the people that you meet might turn out to be a business fucking partner, or it may turn out to somebody, to be somebody that actually introduce you to the person that's going to be your husband or your wife. You know what I'm saying? Like, but we limit our interaction with people based off of already judging them of how we would sexually interact with them, and that's not the wave. Half of the time, the person that you get with is introduced to you by somebody that you already know that knows you. And so if you limit the interaction with them just because, well, I don't even want to know that fucking person because they don't have enough money or they don't. I fuck with everybody. It don't matter if you got money, if you don't got money, I don't care. As long as you got good character, then I fuck with you. And I've had some of the best friendships, business partnerships, everything. Like even guys that got me certain sponsorships and stuff. These are people that I've been friends with for a long time because I didn't judge them based off of what everybody else perceived them to be. And they wind up being some of the greatest dudes that I'd never met in my life as far as, good friends and stuff. So I don't judge people based off of that. I just have good times with everybody. And then you get to see who people authentically are without all of the airs because you're not looking at them from the same lens as a person that's trying to fuck them. I get to see whether or not you a bitch. I get to see whether or not you feel like you're too entitled or you got, you know what I'm saying, or you can get your way and stuff like that. I get to see whether or not you respond under duress a certain way. I get to see how it is that you treat your parents or, if you've been overly coddled your whole life or if you actually about that life or if you're ready to hold me down. I get to see who you authentically are. I'm not looking at you from that lens. I vetted you before I ever even chose you. But y'all choose the person and then y'all try to vet them. That's the opposite way.
I understand what Anton's saying. He's saying, kind of tone down the bougie attitude and the ego and stuff. I get what he's saying. I'm just saying, like, as far as dating goes, if I'm a single man, if I see a chick with some neon green hair and she's smoking on a Black and Mild, I ain't really got
Then
too
you
much to
shouldn't have
talk.
her in your social circle anyway.
No, what I'm saying, before she even got in my social circle, I'm just saying we ain't really got a lot. I'm not even trying to get to know her. The first impression was fucked up. See what I'm saying? I do think that matters. Like,
I get to know everybody because that chick with the green hair.
But not to date Anton. He talking about if he was single.
He said he not
if I
even
was
gonna get
single,
to know the person.
not to date though.
I
I know
gonna
some
be
old
dating.
ugly girls, man.
It's not that complicated. I mean, if you spend enough time with somebody, whether they're ugly or not, you're going to develop something.
No, you don't.
You're gonna be
I'm not even
sexually
talking
attracted to him?
sexually. I'm talking like, you're going to develop some type of feeling, whether it's a friendship
No.
feeling.
A relationship.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. You develop a compassion.
I have, but I have.
Well, you're not
I have
talking about the
seen
romantic
time-
way.
Yeah, we're talking about romantic. I don't care about friendship.
Well,
We're talking
that
about
happened one time in my life. I met this guy. We were together for 2 years, but I thought he was the most ugly motherfucker. But I ended up talking to him for like 3 weeks straight, and I fucked myself over that way because I fell in love with his personality and his intelligence more than his face. And then, the rest was history after that. So that's why I think it is possible.
So why was it a
you
mistake?
say you fucked yourself over?
Y'all are funny.
So he wound up fucking you. That's what it is.
For 2 years? What? We were in a relationship.
Yeah. So he bust you down.
Hey, Jessica,
But what does that speak to though? But what did that speak to though? What Jessica just communicated is maybe it's not good to invest a lot of time in people you don't even really plan on, you really shouldn't be with in the first place. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but as far as Anton says on the business relationships and stuff, yeah, that makes sense. They could be useful in other areas of in your life. But as far as like intimacy, I wouldn't advise nobody to invest a lot of time in somebody they really wasn't feeling in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? First, I wouldn't advise nobody to do that.
Y'all, Freezy.
Because look what happened to Jessica. She ended up getting beat down for 2 years by somebody she ain't really even like.
Jessica.
I said I fell in love with him. I said no, I fell in love with him. We were in a relationship for 2 years. He was ugly as hell. That's what I'm saying. But
So you fell in love with an ugly man?
She did because she fell
fucking
in
devil.
love with his mind and she built a connection with him over time.
Okay, but Jessica, have you been in other relationships too?
Yes.
And I assume you were attracted to them, right?
Yes, that's why
So
it blew me away.
end up
Because
in the
it was the
same
first
place.
time that
It
ever
doesn't
happened.
matter whether or not it's based on attraction or not.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Yep.
Well, then
Wait, so y'all was faking it like y'all okay. I'm trying to figure out if were you faking it like you liked him, like you were attracted. Like I think that if you're attracted to somebody, you want to kiss them, you want to be around them, you want to touchy lovey. And if you're not attractive, like that's gonna show on my face. Like it's gonna show.
Yeah, no.
Wait. I also have another question though. Like when you were talking to him, did you have an idea of where you were gonna go? Like how did the relationship start? Like was it like more of like a friendship or it was like, I kind with you? Like
it was a friendship. Yeah.
Okay. It was a friendship.
He made her fall in love somewhere.
It was the energy. Yeah.
It was a friendship. We just, we were friends for a few months and we just started talking about everything.
Shit out of you.
Oh, y'all was friends at first and then started having sex. So y'all didn't go like, okay, let's go on a date.
No, I never. No,
I
got to know him first before we ever had sex. No, I spent
but when he
and
hit,
a half talking to him every day, and yes, I fell in love with his personality.
Was he a black guy?
No, unfortunately.
It wasn't.
Hey, Jessica, I like how you do your eyes, man.
Unfortunately, he wasn't black. What?
I said I like how you do your eyes.
Eyeshadow.
Yeah, your eyeshadow. When
Why you ain't getting mad at him for giving Jessica a compliment? But if I give somebody a compliment, you motherfuckers be trying to jump off the fucking panel.
Who?
Yeah.
Who's coming in on time? Why he disappear like that?
Tell her about her eyes again. Keep on telling her.
Thank you, Darren.
Hey, look, I think she be showing them off. That's why she always looking down, so you can see them eyelashes how they shape. I see what you're doing.
I'm writing. No, I'm writing a lot. I like to.
Look, nobody got nothing fucking to say, but let me say, hey, I want you to come to Detroit. Now it's gonna be a fucking problem.
So Q, you would never, ever, ever look at a guy and just try getting to know him if you didn't think he was the cutest thing in the world. That's never happened to you.
You said what?
Or any women? Like you've never met a man and what didn't like him or think he was cute, but got to know him. Maybe not dated him, but like changed your mind about him.
No, I've never been in that situation. Because y'all were friends. Y'all were friends first. So the guy friends that I've had, I've never messed with them in that type of level. Like
but usually damn, I can see the what.
Oh man, I see the effort she put in her eyes, man.
That was not me.
usually the way it happened with Jessica.
That was too, y'all.
That was Quinn,
the
y'all.
way it usually happens, I can guarantee you, she can tell me if I'm wrong. But she thought he was ugly in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? But and you know, he was on the friend level. But what probably happened was she probably came to a pivotal point in her life where she was confiding in him, and you know what I'm saying? He was telling her all the right things. Yeah, he was telling her all the right things, and he got them guts.